Welcome to the channel. We are Graham and Ellie. We are Wizard in the Wild. Hello and welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
You always need to worry when I'm waving bits of paper because it means there's more stuff on here than I can remember. Mind you, these days I have the memory of a goldfish, so it's not that impressive.
Yeah, me too.
Actually. Who are you? It's lovely to be back with you again. We thought it was about time that we gave you an update, and we also got a request. So this vlog is in 2 halves. You can't have 3 halves, I do get that. It covers 2 topics. There you go. That's put it properly, hasn't it, Gray?
Yes.
Had 2 topics. Basically, the first topic we want to cover is that we are now thinking about going to Europe, but we do have one big constraint, which is financial, really, isn't it? Oh, Jazz, look at her, look at her, look at her. She just can't resist.
Stop it. Don't lick
She always thinks I need a wash, always. This is her, I want all the attention. Yes, so
we want to do it as cheaply as possible, don't we?
Yes, we do. There's a lot of things we need to think about. It's taken me a long time to actually get ready to feel able to go to Europe, hasn't it,
has,
Gray?
yeah.
Because of health issues. I know it's a word that's used a lot, but PTSD can be a bit of a nightmare to deal with when you want to be at home a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But I've now got my headspace in a good place, so I'm now ready to go to Europe. But as I say, we've let our passports lapse, haven't we?
Yes, we haven't used them for years, have we?
No, we haven't. We've never taken the dogs abroad, although we both have been abroad, but not for a long, long time. So we've got to obviously start right at the beginning. And I know, obviously, passports and dog passports and that, there's probably not a lot of leeway financially. But if any of you have taken pets to Europe and have found a cost-effective way of doing it, please can you put that in the comments. Additionally, we need to look at we want to go to France, really, don't we, to see how we get on?
I think we'd do a short trip to France, just along the north coast there, Normandy, around there, and maybe down to Brittany. Not sure about that yet. But we're not going to be too ambitious for our first trip.
No. It's building on little successes, which is kind of how we've got to where we are now with Merlin, isn't it? We've built on doing one thing and then doing the next and not making the jumps too big. So I feel that, if we go to France for a week or 2, that would be a big achievement, particularly for me, to be honest. But I do have an ulterior motive, and so does Graham, actually, for wanting to get to Europe. My ulterior motive is I'd love to go to Poland ultimately, and I know that will take some time. It could be a few years, I don't know, but I'm half Polish and I've never been, and I've seen films of it and pictures of it, and I think, I'd love to go. So it's on my bucket list, so that's my
We need to do
goal.
it soon, don't we, really?
We do, while we've still got reasonable health.
So we really see this France trip as a way forward to get all the admin things into place, and so we know what we're doing, and then we can branch out on a second trip, maybe early next year, and go a bit further. Yeah,
and you also got a place on your bucket list that you want to go to, haven't you?
Yeah, I'd like to go to Austria. I loved it there. I had trips there with my parents when I was very small, and I'd love to go back there.
Yeah. I'd like to go there with you too. So we've both got places that we're very keen to go to before too long. But yeah, we are a little bit daunted by all of the stuff we need to do. So primarily, obviously, we need to sort our passports out.
Yeah, we're just starting to read up on it, and I'm sure we can find most of the information of what we need on the internet. But you guys have got so much experience of it, so any tips, any advice?
You're an untapped resource.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that sort of worries us slightly is neither of it, well, Ellie speaks a bit of German, don't you?
A little bit of French, a
little
German.
bit of French.
Very badly.
But it's not very good. We're not very good with languages, and I'm terrible. And I have trouble with English as well.
He just speaks English louder and thinks that's French, you know. Help us.
And one of the things that worries us a bit is getting the dogs sorted out, because I understand you have to take them to a vet's to be able to bring them back into the UK. So that's a bit of a worry, but I'm sure some of you have got experience of that.
Yeah, so it's keeping the cost down of these vets' bills, and also finding out a good vet to go to that a lot like you might have used. So that would be fantastic, because obviously a recommendation is good. And also we'd be particularly interested to any of you who have travelled on a budget, because as I say, we can't really afford to spend thousands of pounds on this trip. We've got to try and do it as cheaply as possible, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment I'm thinking of doing what Ken and Carol from Life's Too Short did, is go from Newhaven. That seems a good crossing, but if any of you have done that with dogs, Ken and Carol don't have dogs, so they haven't sort of covered that part of it. So if any of you have done the Newhaven route, you know, what's it like with dogs on there? I will go online and try and work it all out myself, but if you've got information on it, that'd be great.
And speaking of dogs, this one's getting really shivery because it's quite cold. It's lovely, we're in the garden and it's nice, but she's very cold.
Do you want me to put her in?
I'm just going to go and put her in.
GoPro, stop recording.
Right, I've put the dog in.
Apologies if you can hear a background noise. They don't do it very often, but whenever we get the camera out in the garden here, our neighbour decides to get his jet washer out and jet wash his garden.
Perhaps he doesn't like the channel.
It could be that.
God, the wizards are at it again.
He did start before I got the camera out. So.
Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah. But one of the other things that I wanted to advice about is taking Merlin abroad. Last time I did it, you had to put things on your headlights to divert the beams, that sort of thing. Is that still a thing these days? I know you can also buy a kit for travelling in Europe with a little triangle and everything, so I need to get one of those. But anything you can think of that we ought to be thinking about and doing. And we're probably also, although we have got Fiat Assist, haven't we? We probably will take out another vehicle cover, to a breakdown cover.
I think it's important when you've got dogs to belt and braces, really. You need to have the best that you can. Yeah, that's really important, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking to do this in September, October this year. So we need to sort things out fairly soon.
He's optimistic. I suppose if you aim for it, if it doesn't happen quite then, at least you're getting things in place for it to happen, and it becomes less of an obstacle. At the moment, it's fair to say it just seems quite daunting because we haven't done anything towards it at all.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Yeah, and please, even if you think, oh, I don't know, if you've got little comments and you think, oh, they probably know that, please don't assume anything.
They assume we know nothing.
Assume we know nothing, because we probably don't. And just put it in the comments, and because what we'll do then, we'll compile a list of all the things we need to do, and we can sort of start ticking things off our list. So it would be a great help if you could do that, because we know quite a few of you are seasoned travellers going abroad, and it would just help us out a lot, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah, definitely.
If you could give us a hand over this. So thanks for that. Well, that's the first topic sorted out. So please don't forget to put those comments in about your experiences of travelling to Europe with pets on a budget. That would be absolutely amazing. And also, while I've got you here, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and give us the thumbs up. It makes such a difference and really, really helps us with the channel. The second part of this natter to catch up with you is a health update, because we haven't really given you a health update in ages, have we?
No.
And I'm going to let Graham go first.
Yes, I had, was it my third one now? My third?
I think third or fourth visit.
Third or fourth
diabetes.
Visit to the doctor about the diabetic review. Not too bad. I did slip, to be honest, I did slip back a little bit on the HbA1c. I went from 49 back to 51. So a little bit of a slip back, sort of, I didn't really want that. But I think it's been quite hard for us since Christmas, hasn't it?
It has.
We weren't really bad at Christmas. We didn't go silly, but we've never really got back to the strict regime that we had.
No.
So we're getting a bit stricter now, which is going to be hard for the next few weeks, because we're going away in 5 or 6 days from now. So
yeah, and it's always tougher when you're away in the van because it's I suppose it's a holiday mentality. You're away, so you like to treat yourself a little bit.
And also the first few days we're meeting up with some people, aren't we, in Anglesey? So there might be a few beverages consumed, that type of thing.
Yeah, but I mean, Graham's being, I think, quite humble about it really, because I did actually get a printout of all his blood. They did a really extensive blood work on him again, which is, thank you NHS, and everything is spot on except for the HbA1c. So everything, whether it's cholesterol or I can't think what else now, but all your bloods were good, weren't they? They were pretty perfect. So
and it's a nice red colour as well. I saw that when they took it.
Yeah, so literally he's doing incredibly well. You know, to get all those other things right, it's just that one thing now. And to be fair, they've been really strict, and they say, right, because it's not in the normal range, we're going to get you back in 3 months. So he has got a deadline to try and get that into the zone. I don't know what it's like wherever you are, but they've become very strict in Wales.
Yeah, she said that things have changed so much since COVID. I suppose a lot more people are diabetic, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's what she meant.
Yeah, I think people said that I think what happened during COVID, people stayed at home and they were drinking more and eating more because that's all we could do really. So consequently, there's a bit of an epidemic of diabetes and pre-diabetes. So the protocol has really changed, that they are really strict. Yeah. They wanted you to have medication, didn't they?
Yeah, here in Wales, they don't accept the pre-diabetic. They want to get you to the stage before that.
That's right. They're quite keen for Graham to become pre-diabetic at this point. But yeah, you're right. Anyone who's pre-diabetic, they're trying really hard to get people back into the normal range.
When I first came to Wales, they were quite happy. I was sitting up pre-diabetic. They were quite happy with that.
Yeah,
but not anymore.
No. So there is a bit of work to do there, but it could have been worse, you know.
Yeah, I haven't put all my weight back on, have I?
I don't think you've pulled the weight on at all, really, have you?
I put a few pounds back on that I lost.
Yeah.
But mostly it's stayed off.
And we thought we'd be honest with you as well, because to be fair, I'm sure you also, anyone with health issues, knows how much of a struggle it is trying to walk the straight and narrow. You know, it can be quite dramatic at the beginning. You think, yeah, lost another couple of pounds, and you know, you're very motivated for the first maybe couple of months, and then gradually you sort of tail off, and that motivation starts to wane, and that's kind of what's happened here a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
So being honest with you guys, you know, it isn't all plain sailing. Although you've done brilliantly, there's still more to do.
And you?
Yeah, well...
You've made your decision on your bones, haven't you?
I have. Regarding, if you haven't watched the channel before, I was diagnosed with quite serious osteoporosis back in last year sometime, wasn't I?
Well, it was a year before, wasn't it?
Yeah, a year before, and then last year they said that I needed to have treatment, and quite soon, which was, they wanted to do an infusion of a bisphosphonate, which is something that's supposed to strengthen your bones. Anyway, long story short, I had a difficult decision to make because bisphosphonates have some quite serious side effects, but broken bones are pretty serious as well. So it's taken me many months to make that decision. And
she's bought loads of books.
Loads of books, and anyway.
Watched loads of videos,
watched loads of videos, and I've actually bought something which someone was smiling at me that day, a power plate move, which is a vibrating plate. Don't laugh, okay? It's just a
great big vibrator.
You stand on it and it shakes you. And basically, it's a particular. It was one that I particularly wanted to get because it's been recommended by sort of medical profession. You can get lots of them, cheaper ones, but this one is actually accredited so that it's effective for bone loss. Anyway, we picked one up really quite cheaply, didn't we? Say they're a good couple of £1,000, and we got one from someone in Cardiff. So that was the result, wasn't it?
Someone in Penarth.
Just sort of kind of up the road from us, really.
Which is really funny because they came from where we used to live.
I know.
So they've sort of emigrated to Wales.
Yeah, he was English, married a Welsh lady.
Yeah.
I think. And yeah, and the town was where you were born, wasn't it? Where they came from, Cranley.
Cranley, yeah.
So it's a small world, and you know, sometimes these things are just meant to be, because there's no way I could have got it otherwise. So anyway, I'm using the power plate 5 times a week. I've got special exercises that I do on that. Read loads of books, trying to inform myself as much as I can. I've got what is it, a weighted vest? So
yes.
have you, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got one as well.
Mine's a pathetic, puny 3-kilogram one. Yours is 8, is it 8?
8, yeah. It feels really heavy when you're wearing it.
Yeah, and you just wear it to go walking when you walk, and it just adds extra strength to your legs, you know, the leg bones, because it makes you heavier, obviously. So that's what's happening, and the decision is that I've actually decided to defer the infusion. It was due in April, but I've contacted the hospital and I've said that I don't want to have it done at the moment, because one of the side effects is that it can damage your eyes, and I've already got quite severe eye damage, so they wouldn't be able to fix it if I got another problem. There's no medication that I could actually use for it. So that was the deciding factor. I would have taken the other risks, but not with my eyes at this time. So I'm hoping that in a year's time they will actually give me another DEXA scan, and I'm hoping that at least if I have stopped the osteoporosis getting worse, I will be happy.
Yeah.
But if you know, I'd love to improve it. You know, I do take supplements as well. That's something else I've been looking into, and healthy eating, everything that supports bone growth.
You're doing all you can, aren't you?
I am. I'm a right nerd, I tell you. I'm a right nerd. I start thinking, well, they haven't explained that properly. I mean, I've been coming downstairs quite angry sometimes. They're lying about that. It's like, yeah, okay, dear, okay. Yeah.
You can get so much conflicting information.
That's right, about it all. There are people with their own agendas. I mean, my position's a bit tricky because I'm plant-based anyway. I don't eat dairy or meat, and you know, sorry if you're screaming at the TV or whatever saying you should have milk, Ellie. The jury's out on that one. You know, if I felt dairy would help me, then I would have some, because it's for my health.
You would break the vegan rules, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I've always
really
said if it's for health, yeah. But I'm not at this point, I'm not, no, because it's a bit of a conflict there, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's an update. He's doing really well, just 2 points to go.
Oh, and cycling. I'm trying to do a lot more cycling as well.
Yeah.
The group that I'm in, which we named in the end the Creaky Bikers, somebody suggested it on here. Yeah, we did 30 kilometres a couple of days ago, didn't we?
You did?
That was really good.
Yeah, the danger is, though, that one of them always has to eat something. Like, there's 3 of them are really good. They'll have their breakfast first, and they'll just have a coffee at the cafe, because the cafe's the reward. But one of them's really naughty. He's really slim, you know, has his bacon sandwich, but always he's buying cake as well. So
yeah, this week it was his turn to buy, and
yeah.
I said, "Oh, I'll just have a coffee with oat milk, please." And he went in there to order it, and he came out. They brought the coffees out, and he said, "Oh, there's a cake coming as well." I said, "No, I don't want a cake."
Oh, he's a lovely guy.
But it was delicious.
The day before his diabetic review, this big bit of cake. Yeah. So yeah, that's something that we have to watch, isn't it, Graham?
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, I suppose we have rabbited on enough. Let me just check my list. Yep. Oh yeah, and I'm doing yoga.
Oh yeah, you're still doing yoga.
Still doing yoga, yeah. I'm really fortunate in that our youngest daughter is actually a qualified yoga teacher, so she does some really nice vlogs. She's done a really good one on spinal health, bone health, which I'm using all the time. If you're into yoga, why not take a look at her channel? It's called Rebearth Yoga. And physio exercises. I mean, I've sort of skipped over those things. If any of you are interested in what I'm doing in more detail, please leave a comment, because I'm more than happy to chat with you about it. I'm not an expert, so don't rely on me for your bone health, but I have found out a lot of good stuff. Some of it with the help of you. Some of you have messaged me privately about different things that you've done and your own health issues, and I found that really helpful too. You know, to see how you've coped with it all. So yeah, you're a wealth of information, you lot. You're definitely keepers. Right, I'm going to finish my cup of tea.
I'll finish my coffee.
He's finished his coffee. We better put this together so you can see it before it's too out of date.
Yep.
And wherever you are, I hope the weather is kind to you. It's beautiful here in South Wales today, which is whatever the date is, I don't know.
It's the 5th of March, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah. So yeah, take care, stay safe.
Yeah, also talking about exercise, I got some extra this morning because it was Merlin's MOT, and it's probably 2 miles away.
Yeah, 2 miles.
So I drove it there, and I thought I'll go for a walkabout while I wait for them to do the MOT for an hour and a half, you know. And I realised I'd forgotten my credit card. So I walked all the way home to get it, and then all the way back there.
Yeah.
So I did my 10,000 steps by about 9:30 this morning.
9:30 this morning, yeah.
I record my steps that I do each day. 10,000 is what I try to do each day. I'm quite pleased. I've got a good streak going at the moment of 235 days. Quite pleased with that.
I did have a thought, wicked of me, I know. I thought, he has got a watch, he could have paid on that. And then a few minutes later, I thought, he could have phoned it through, or I could phone it through. But I thought, nah, let him walk. It'll do him good. Get that HbA1c down a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Mean,
I know. And while he was away, I took the dogs over the field because I can't manage 3 on a lead. They're crazy. You've seen us walking. I'm always 20 paces ahead to stop Jazz getting tangled up with Maya and Luna.
Yeah.
So I literally struggled over to the field, and they had a run round in the field, 2 of them off lead, which was, they enjoyed it, rolling around, and it's good.
Oh, another thing you can help me with. I'm thinking of getting one of the small DJI drones. I know Ken and Carol from Life's Too Short have got one. It's the automatic one, the one that you can just fly from your hand, and it follows you around if you want it to. I think that'd be quite good for vlogging, wouldn't it?
What would be even better is if the company who makes them sent us one to review.
Oh yeah, that'd be even better, yeah. But if anyone's got one and they've got any thoughts on it, let me know, because I am seriously thinking about getting one of those.
A vlog in 3 parts, and we've been, look at the link, we have been droning along long enough. So this really is the big goodbye now.
Yes.
Yep, but we thought we needed to bring you all up to speed on how it's all going.
Yeah, we haven't done an update for a while.
No, and don't forget those comments about going to France, please, on a budget, how you've done it, if you've done it cheaply, and what the options are would be perfect.
So thanks very much.
Yeah, stay safe, whatever you're doing. Enjoy the spring.
Care.
Yeah, take care, and we'll see you again soon.
Oh, one other thing.
Oh, for goodness sake.
The travel vlogs are still going out every fortnight at the moment. So we're going to continue with that for now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. It suits us down to the ground. We are actually really enjoying YouTube now, aren't we?
Yeah.
After that break we had, it's really helped us. It's taken the pressure off a lot. I mean, we still sit and fight over it sometimes, don't we? We had a difficult one.
Well, I fight and you beat me into submission, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you know him, you know that doesn't happen. Yeah, we had a difficult one a couple of weeks back, but generally they're a lot easier to edit as well. We're trying to film a bit smarter now. So work in progress, but yeah, at the moment it's all going quite well. Yeah. So sorry if you're thinking once a fortnight's way too much.
Well, it's quite good for us because we're away at the end of the week. We're away for 3 to 4 weeks, and all the vlogs for that period are done. So I haven't got to worry about that at all. Yeah,
and we're also not worried if we actually have to cancel one now and again. Our stress levels are much lower, and it's so important to keep it that way so that we can keep doing what we love, really.
YouTube is our slave.
Well, it has been. Oh, it's our slave.
Yeah.
No, not the other way around.
It was the other way around.
Yeah, we used to be a slave to YouTube, and it took a lot of the pleasure out of what we do, because we do
Yeah, I know
enjoy
other YouTubers have taken a break as well.
Yeah, Rick
and I think
Heather.
It's helped them too.
Yeah, Rick and Heather, if you're watching this, welcome back again. I think you've had quite a long break, and yeah, you're back on the road again, I think, aren't you? The vlogging road, as it were, come the weekend. So good luck with that.
I think Rick's got his head round it a bit better now.
Definitely, definitely. So give them a watch if you get a chance as well.
So, we really are going this time.
Are we? Are we? I keep coming up with all these great goodbyes that, you know, and I'm thinking, and another thing. You sure?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Positive?
Yes.
100%?
Well, oh, no. No, I'm joking.
Stop it. Right then. See you next time.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.